Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Indy, and today we're going to be reviewing Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed.
Try to stay calm, folks, and I'll do the same.
Okay. I need to stop freaking myself out.
Alright, let's go. Grab your proton pack, or head to the afterlife in illfonic's Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed. A game that's all about having a wacky good time, just like the original comedy movie that came out way back in 1984. You'll see a few familiar faces such as Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson that kind of help you out by portraying their characters in a short but funny storyline in the game. You start off as a new recruit learning the ropes, and you're thrust into action as you go and hunt ghosts with the well-known proton pack and your trusty PKE meter. That's not all the tools you get though, because, well, you wouldn't be a Ghostbuster without your trap, right? The game, it lets you customize your character, and then you can upgrade each tool as you progress through the game. The thing is, you actually have to use these tools at your disposal in order to level them up. Fair enough, right? This is definitely meant so that you can tinker things to suit your playstyle. And trust me, not all the Ghostbusters are the same. You'll quickly learn as you hop in a lobby with randoms that they indeed are not all the same. Don't be discouraged with that though. Finding a good team of Ghostbusters is pretty easy most of the time. Hunting down the ghosts are fairly simple. Your PKE meter will let you know when a ghost is nearby, and then once you find it, well, like they say, the chase is on. Now, the ghost has plenty of tricks up its sleeves, but I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. For now, let's focus on trapping the ghost and that teamwork that you need to use most of the time. Why is that though? Well, it's not impossible to catch a ghost alone. Heck, sometimes it's pretty easy. Using your trusty PKE meter, you can stun the ghost, and, toss out your trap, and then try and tether it. And then as you tether it, then you wrestle it, rope it, wrangle it, and try and get it into your trap. But, you gotta be careful because as you're doing this, your proton pack can overheat. So you'll need to make sure that you vent it before that happens. The ghost can break free from your tether, and most of the time that kind of does happen. It'll break off, especially if you are alone. Catching the ghost isn't all there is to it though. You have to find rifts and destroy them. You find them by using your PKE meter. There are 3, and this part is recommended to tackle with a group. Simply put, it goes a lot quicker, and it's helpful to combat those ghosts that like to come at you and fight head on. There are other gadgets to help guide you, such as, you can throw down a scanner that's lets you know when things come within its range. I didn't really find that one very useful for me, but to each their own. You can also get a pair of goggles that pretty much do the same thing, but you wear them so you're mobile. You can get these smoke grenades that basically will slow down the ghost while he's in the yellowish haze. It's very helpful and actually quite OP if you're using your shock attack as well. The ghosts are tricky though, and once they get away from your grasp, they can be gone in a flash. That's kind of what makes the game exciting, right? And the ghosts, that will be, some of the ghosts, they're on the offensive with you, so you have to watch out for those as well. Those players that do, oh boy, man, let me tell you, they can be a handful. Trust me, I've been slimed more than a few times by these type of players. You can play with a group of friends, or you can play alone with bots. I have to say that I played both and still had fun on my own. I had fun playing on my own, but it was nice doing that because you kind of get practice for some things that you want to try out maybe, and plus you still get awarded XP, which is pretty dope. You also will find collectibles while you're out on a chase or job, as they call it. You also have like side jobs, which is basically like achievements that will award you extra XP or some cosmetics.
Nice work. 2 rips remain.
Now, while the game is Ghostbusters, it wouldn't be any fun at all without the ghosts. And honestly, I had the most fun torturing my friends as the ghosts, or, them torturing me. I hadn't laughed that hard in a very long time. I had an absolute blast running and screaming my head off trying to get away from my friends. It was also hilarious to slime them and watch as, someone tried to pick them up and then, sabotaging their pack while they're not watching. Yes, you can sneak up behind them and do this. I highly recommend trying it. It's hilarious. It's also funny as hell listening to someone losing it because you keep breaking free from their tether. I'm just saying. Granted, it isn't the easiest thing to do when a team is working together, but solo, you can dish out some frustration on that person. As the ghost, you get to fly around freely, trying to scare people and haunting the place up. The more you do this, the more the place starts to become your own. Seriously, after a while the place becomes like haunted and it's just a mess with ectoplasm all over the place and it looks pretty great. There are like 4 different types of ghosts, each that has its own different versions of itself that you can unlock by leveling them up. Now, finding what ghost fits your playstyle is important as well. Some ghosts are very fast and can escape situations if need be, while others are more head-on and confrontational and can put a Ghostbuster down in a hurry. Each ghost comes with its own set of attacks. For instance, you can attack the Ghostbuster or you can spit out a bunch of little minions to help slow them down. Some have like more ectoplasmy attacks, and every one of them has like a major attack that can take down a squad in some cases if you use it wisely. Each one has a cooldown, so it's important that you time out your attacks. The ghost can also haunt things, and that helps create confusion for the Ghostbusters. There's nothing better than coming around a corner thinking, here's going to be the ghost, yet all you get is a bunch of moving chairs or other various items floating around in the air or moving around. The ghost can also possess things, which helps the ghost regain its energy. Nothing is worse than running out of energy with a full squad like right on your butt, so, pay attention to that. Haunting things uses up the energy as well, so you got to be careful with that. Some ghosts can even possess the people that are wandering around in the building that you're trying to torture and scare out of the place. And let me tell you, that's always pretty comical whenever you can do that. There are definitely strategic maneuvers you will need to make while playing as the ghost. One is don't take it too seriously, have fun with it. But anyways, getting caught by a group is tough to overcome, as most will try to string together their shock attacks in order to keep you in, that area. If they use the yellowish smoke grenade as well, then, more than likely you're going to be in for a bad time. And this brings me to one of my gripes about the game. The game needs some balancing. I hope that the developers make a few tweaks soon, because there are certain overpowered moves in this game, and they are used way too often. This leads to matches ending rather quickly, and that's quite a buzzkill sometimes. You want to have fun, and while quick matches can sometimes still be very rewarding, for the most part, you're kind of just left thinking, oh well, I guess that one was really quick. Okay, so you've heard about the Ghostbusters and the ghosts, and some of the things that they can do combating each other and the little mechanics that they have. You're going to learn more about what they can do as you play the game. So let's talk a little bit more about the gameplay and how the game looks. My good friend that played the game with me every day said he absolutely loved the cartoonish style they went with, and that it basically went very well with the type of game that the developers were trying to make here. It's supposed to be quirky and funny, and a game that most ages can enjoy. He also said he was surprised by how well the game actually looked, and honestly, I agreed with him. From the maps to the gadgets to the ghosts and everything in between, it all looks pretty great. I myself was happy about how many maps that you get to choose from, albeit I hope that more will be added in the future. The firehouse is a nice touch with a Ray's shop lingering next door where you can chat with him or travel to another realm in order to look at your ghostly things. Basically meaning that you can go and check out your ghosts. You'll find a few areas of interest in the firehouse, such as a workbench to upgrade your tools, a practice area, and basic achievement locations so you can see what you've been doing. I wish you had a place to see like your overall stats, probably down where you empty your trap downstairs. That would have been nice. I also would have loved for you to be able to upgrade the firehouse. Like seriously, have the firehouse start off as a rundown mess and then let you build it back up as to its original glory. The gameplay itself can be a little rough around the edges at times with a few glitches. Tethering a ghost is a blast though. It looks pretty sweet even when you're destroying things that are in the way. Controlling the ghost, however, isn't always the smoothest of rides, and we did experience one player exploiting an obvious glitch in the game as the ghost. He actually found a way to get into a wall and stayed there so we couldn't get to him. I don't get what makes people think that this is fun, but there will always be those that will try to ruin the experience, if these opportunities are given to them. I also noticed that during some of the story parts, the sound would cut in and out, but these are just minor things that can be fixed, and none of this ruined any of the fun I had playing the game. Do, however, think that more content will need to be added to keep this game moving on, in the future. As is, it's a fun experience that I'm still getting plenty of enjoyment out of. But I can see that, if something new, a new game mode, more ghosts or map isn't added soon, that, it might be one that I put down for a while until, some more content is added. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is a fun game for pretty much anyone, even those that are not fans of the franchise. Now, I can't imagine there are many of those people out there, but still. The game is definitely a good time with your friends. Like I said, I played it quite a bit without my pals, and I still had a decent time playing, so you don't have to have them in order to play it. It helps though, as that's where the really hilarious moments come from. I found playing as either the Ghostbusters or the Ghost to be quite enjoyable, with, playing as the Ghost more my style. It was just too much fun running from people and watching them try to find me, and just the hilarious antics that ensued. There are a few minor issues with the game, but it wasn't anything that deterred me from wanting to play it. I still had a blast regardless. Obviously, some things need to be fixed. Also, I definitely want to see some sort of roadmap, something for the upcoming content. That would be fantastic. Surely something has to be in the works, right? I mean, the game's too much fun for there not to be more things coming. I would have enjoyed a few more features with the firehouse as well, just anything to customize it would have been sweet. However, if you're looking for a fun experience and you're a fan, especially if you're a fan of the Ghostbusters, you can't go wrong playing this game. It's a good time. You're going to you can have so much fun playing this with your friends. If you're going to play the game, I definitely recommend squatting up with a group and then just cutting loose and having a great time with this game. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thank you to illfonic for providing us with a review code on the PS4. Much appreciated. Yeah, I hope you liked the review. If you're on the fence about getting the game, if you're a Ghostbuster fan, I can't recommend the game enough. It's fun, you're gonna have a good time like that. If you want to wait for more content to come out first, or see where they're going with the game, I can completely understand that as well, But for the most part, I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done with this review, I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna play some more. Me and my friends, even my son has been playing with me. We've been having a blast playing it. We take turns being the ghost, and we having a good time with it. So, yeah, I just check it out. Watch some more videos, whatever you got to do. But yeah, it was a good game. So again, give this review a thumbs up if you liked it. And let me know what you think about it. If you've played the game, definitely let me know what you think about the game. Yeah, and, I will catch you guys in the next video. Yeah, later.